We're gonna start off by showing you the sign in and the register functionalities. Those are quite straightforward and simple. I'm now making a new account, and since my account has been made, I can go back and try to sign in using my new account and my new password. Once I click enter, I will be on to the next page. This shows that the first functionality of the list is working. We will now take this off the list. We will keep on ticking other functionalities of the list as well. We will now be showing the auction functionality. We're going to click create auction, and then we're going to set the details of the auction on. We have the name of the auction, the description of the auction, the category, the starting price, the reserve price, and the end price of the auction. The starting price is the price below no one can bid at, and the reserve price is the price that someone has to bid in order to make themselves sure they win the bid. Also, you can have multiple items under the same auction by setting the name as being multiple items. When we click submit, a new auction will be created and a new item. I will now click the submit button, and the auction will be created with the desired item. Now that we've seen that the item has been created, we're going to click on the item, and then we're going to view the detail that we've just created. This shows that the item is stored in the database as the user wanted it to be. This shows that our second functionality works. We're going to tick that off for now. We're going to now change the status of our user. We're going to become a buyer. A buyer has a different main screen. The main screen of the buyer allows it to search. Let's search for an item. This search bar works well. It gave us the item. Also, if you search for nothing, it will just come up with all the items in the database. We are also gonna show that our filter is working. If we set a certain category, all the results under that category will appear, and only those. As you can see, all the filters are working properly. Let's just quickly do a search of the item we have just made. And yes, it comes up. We are now gonna scratch the search bar of the list. Let's now try to make a bid. If we're gonna try to make a bid of one of the items that we are a possessor of, it won't let us do it. Let's just try. As expected, it won't let us put a bid on an item that is ours. Let's try to place a bid on a random item that we are not the possessor of. Let's choose the lamp. We're gonna go to the items page, and first we're gonna try to place a bid which will be lower than the starting price. The bid won't be accepted, and an error message would come up. Let's try that. Also, if you're gonna put a bid which is higher than the reserve price, the same thing will happen. Finally, if you're gonna place a normal bid, a bid whose value is valid, the bid will go through. Let's see that happening. Also, the bid will get automatically shown in the bid section, and also the current price of the lamp will be automatically set up to the right value. Now that we saw that that's working, let's scratch that off the list as well. Also, we need to show that as a buyer, our user can watch the auction it's bid on. We're gonna log in as a buyer, and we can see that on the main page all the items that we have bid on are listed. We can see there all the details, including the end date, the start price, the reservation price, and the actual price. Also, there's a mailing system that works and that notifies both the buyer and the seller when an auction finishes. We are gonna now take that off the list as well. As a seller, we want to be able to see who has bid on our auctions. We're gonna log in as a seller, and we can see that the dashboard is different than the one that we had when we were a buyer. Now we can see the auctions that we own that have been bid on. We can also see that from the items page. We're gonna tick that off the list now. Also, there are some details that we can find under the settings tab. We can see the user rating there, but also all the other information that someone might need. We can do that both as a seller and as a buyer. We can see that the settings, under the settings bar, the information appears for both kinds of users. That means that both buyers and users have that rating shown. Also, our site is showing items that a certain buyer might also be interested in when buying a certain item. If someone clicks on the item and gets to the item page, then on the right hand side of the screen there are interesting items that might also interest that user. Those items are chosen by showing all the other items that other users have bid on among the users who have also bid on the item you are on. You can see that the interesting items occur for all the items in our database. With that being scratched off the list, we have now finished the demonstration of our website. Thank you for your time.